Hello friends, welcome to my YouTube channel Aviator Updates. I am Rakesh Negi and I am an aviation enthusiast. Today I am going to discuss about the elements and mechanism of an instrument, basically about the mechanical instrument which are used in the cockpit in small aircraft. We know well in modern commercial jets the indicators which are used in the cockpit are all based on electronics, like the LCD type displays are used, but in small aircraft the displays which were used are the mechanical indicators. So today we are going to discuss about the elements and mechanism of a mechanical instrument. So let's start. So what are the basic things which are present within an instrument? So basically there are four basic elements which are present within an instrument. So these basic elements are, let's see, detecting element, measuring element, okay, next is coupling element, and the last one is the indicating element. So these are the four basic elements of an instrument. So detecting element, like the detecting element is basically a sensor. It used to detect any physical quantity or any condition whatever is presented to it. For example, for detecting pressure, this is a probe, okay, or a sensor. This can sense the pressure, so hence it is called as a detecting element. So suppose this is the detecting element. Okay, so if pressure is coming here, if air pressure is there, then it will sense. Now this detecting element, it sends that pressure signal to the next element, which is the measuring element. So the measuring element can be a capsule, okay. So from here the signal goes to the capsule, okay. So this measuring element, we'll discuss about various types of measuring elements like the capsule, Bourdon tube and other elements in my other session. So as of now here we'll just focus on the different type of elements which are present within an instrument. So from the detecting element the signal goes to the measuring element. So let's say the measuring element is capsule. Now this measuring element, what does it do? This measuring element, it actually measures the physical quantity by expanding, retracting. That means in terms of translational motion, that is a linear motion, or in angular movements. So that is how it actually measures. So when pressure is sensed, it gives to the capsule, it can move, it can expand, contract, or if the measuring element is some other thing, their angular movements are there. So the measuring element, if any other, can measure the physical quantity in terms of angular movements as well. So from the measuring element, the movement is then given to another unit. Another unit, which is the coupling element. So the coupling element is basically in the form of rods like this. Okay, so this coupling element, what does it do? It receives input from the measuring element. How? The measuring element used to move, and its movement is transferred to this coupling element. This coupling element then amplifies the movement, and when this amplifies the movement, it sends the signal to the indicating element. So the indicating element will be rack and pinion, like suppose rack and pinion gear system. Okay, so this input is given to this, and this pinion will rotate, and it is coupled to a pointer. Suppose this is the pointer, this one. So this pointer will move in a indicator. Suppose these are the graduations which are marked on the scale of an indicator. So this is how the mechanism works. So let us summarize. First, we should know that there are four basic elements: detecting element, measuring element, coupling element, and indicating element. What does the detecting element do? It used to detect any change in the physical quantity like pressure, temperature, or any other parameter. On detecting that, it sends a signal to the measuring element. So there are different types of measuring element like capsule, Bourdon tube, etc. So that measuring element actually measures the physical quantity. How? By movement. By its movement, it will show some behavior, like it will expand, contract. There will be some translational motion or some angular motion. That motion will be sent to the indicator by means of the coupling element. So the coupling element used to amplify that movement, and on amplifying that movement, it causes the indicating element to move the pointer within a scale, and that is how we get the indications in cockpit here. So I hope you are clear with the four elements of a mechanical instrument. So now we should know that in some mechanical instruments, all these four elements will be within a single casing, like direct reading pressure gauge. So what happens in a direct reading pressure gauge? The detecting element, measuring element, the coupling element, and the indicating element, all these are within a single casing. But if we talk about a mechanical airspeed indicator, an indicator in the cockpit, then it will have this detecting element separate, and these three units will be within the casing of the instrument which is there in the cockpit. Okay, so these three elements will be within the casing, and the detecting element will be mounted separate, okay, on an appropriate area in the airframe to sense the pressure. Hence, a mechanism can have all these four elements within a single casing, or the mechanism can be like this also, that is 3 units within a single casing and 1 separate. So I hope you are clear with the basic elements of a mechanical instruments. I'll come up again with a new topic in the next session. Till then, enjoy learning and thank you.